internet. Hello? Woohoo! Woohoo! Are you guys here? Are you guys still here? Oh no. Are you guys still here? Are you guys still here? Are you guys still here? Oh my god, are you still here? Are you still with me? I'm sorry. I mean, my internet has been going on and off. Okay. Van Siegs versus Edgeworth. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, stream cut again. Is it back? Is it back? Is it back now? I think it is. I think it is back. I think it's back. Oh my god, it got cut twice. Oh my god, it got cut twice. Okay, what I said just now, when I saw his face, I'm like, are you telling me it's Herlock Sholmes? That is this suspicious. Okay, don't tell me if it's him, but I suspect it's Herlock Sholmes, who is this suspicious apprentice of Van Siegs. But yeah. I hope not. The task is complete? Good. In that case, you can call it all the briefs. I really hope it's Edgeworth. It's Edgeworth, like grandfather or whatever. Like, you know. Nice to meet you. Back to work again. That was really strange though. I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed, and yet somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter. Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside his office. Law Strongheart has strictly forbidden it. Oh, I see. Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? Because he's so sus! Oh no, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. It couldn't be. Yes, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, what's that? That Nipponese man, is he faring well? Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago, with the stoop and the moustache, then the jitter. Oh, Persona Tume, you mean? I'm not sure I'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Bruno. He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by the National Post only the other day. I see. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice. And for the conversation. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, thank you for the follow! Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I don't think it's Jones. I saw a mold. Can you zoom it? Yeah, I think there's a mold. Is it or is not? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I feel like there's a mold. But we have met before? It seems like we are suspecting someone. Oh shit. Sorry. Wrong button. Wrong button again. Okay. Back. Okay. I can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san after a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turn out for the books. A mad scientist? You mean Professor Hairbrain? Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Van Seeks, I think. I want to examine. It really looks like a punishment to me. I've never seen someone sitting like that before. He hasn't moved a muscle since we arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead? If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he? Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's going to talk to us. He's not dead! Wow. Look at all those ancient casts lining the wall there. Cast in the Reaper's chamber. Or are they caskets? You don't think all those people who escaped conviction in court are lying inside them dead, do you? What ridiculous notions are going through your head, man? This is my collection of fine vintages. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for clearing that up. Bruno and I were just musing ourselves. Don't mind us, Mr. Reaper. I wouldn't if you hadn't invited yourselves to my office to talk nonsense within my earshot. There's a bat. Wah! There were bats! Yes, the Reaper's familiars, I expect. But what about the mute man in the dark cloak? I thought he was a familiar, just not the flying kind. He must be a dear friend of Mr. Reaper then. I think the familiar idea is more likely. Scary though, either way. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, look! It's a scale model of the Great Exhibition Showground. That's amazing. I wonder why it's there. Perhaps he made it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person. Or perhaps he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket. Surely it's obvious that I'm using it as an investigative aid. Ah! You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved. I really didn't think he'd overhear that. I mean, you were loud, you know. The portrait. That portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? Oh my god. He's so fun, he's so handsome. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Van Seek's facial features. Why? He's good. Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think. That reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him. How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it? That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious. Oh, then who is it? Who is it? Who is it? His father? His father? Oh my god, okay. He sure has a lot for us to learn about him. Lord Van Seeks' desk. Look, it's so stylish. And that's a marble chess set beside it. Chess. That's a Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it? You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems. Oh, really? You probably like chess problems in that case. I'd love to challenge Lord Van Seek sometime to a bout of shogi problems. If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own at home. Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles neatly lined up. My hollowed bottles are filled with the essence of finest grapes from the finest vineyards, finest vineyards, I can say. And I personally oversee these chalices being made by the finest crystal craftsmen in the world. And yet you throw them around in court like they were worthless. Yes, because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide off the mark sometimes. Oh! Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider poor artisans whose work you defile. So, it's my fault? Silly me. How could I ever have thought otherwise? Oh my god, you're so silly. Anything else? I don't think so. Whose portrait is this? I think it's his brother probably. Or his father. Okay. It's time to go. October, local prison, cell 11. The warden said cell 11, that's this one. Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner. Look. What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Hairbrain. Who are you? I'm Runosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense lawyer. A lawyer? Ah! Was it something I said? A lawyer, you say? What would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Your hypothesis? Sorry, I don't. Yesterday's demonstration, that magnificent demonstration it was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in science. When it is explained, they all leave at high velocity. Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while too. Okay. Yesterday's demonstration. You mentioned demonstration yesterday. The papers have called it a spectacular failure after our man died in the explosion. Yes, you could interpret the result that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time was a great success. You have lost me. I saw with my own eyes, right there in front of me, Mr. Asman was spontaneously disassembled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculation has predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded and Mr. Asman in fact perished? Yes, I can't deny the part of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is a large explosion that killed Mr. Asman was an accident, correct? But the big wigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished at once. But... Murder? Never in a million years! It was an accident, simply an accident. I see. Hurley and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder. How exactly? Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. On what grounds? Yes, it's newly established here and written. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. That one passed me by. But if the case is treated as murder, then they'll say my machine was a murder weapon. And they'll be able to pour it over as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial. Ah, I see now. Instantaneous kinesis. So in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday. Yes! Or rather, no, the devil was in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion. Sounds the same to me. You were demonstrating super high voltages, instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible using a sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see. That's my amazing hypothesis. Gosh, that's unimaginably high-level science. Oh, but dare to imagine it, dare to dream of such incredible technology. Just think, one moment, I could be here in this cell, and the next, I could be at the Great Exhibition again. Well, yes, that would be incredible. And the next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be at the Great Parisian Theater, say. The possibilities are endless. The whole vast planet would be within reach. So no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days. I don't really see it like that. What do you mean, Iris? Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it has shrunk. My word, that's exactly right. What are the implications? What does it mean? Oops, that's got Professor Bunny Brain. Bunny Brain really worried by the look of it. Clearly, this is another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose. The point is, my calculations are flawless, the science works, but without a practical demonstration means nothing, and that's always a fly in the ointment. Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money that young scientists like you don't have. That's exactly it, yes. Hurley is always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science. Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Asman. The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean? The victim. The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. O.G. Asman, wasn't it? What exactly was your relationship with the man? He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars. I see, so you hadn't really known each other until then. Money for scientific research. I'm so envious. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel. Oh, really? An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for a presentation at a great exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government. Mr. Asman provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my practice specification. But then, your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion. As you can see, I owe everything to Mr. Asman. I would never, ever have thought of taking the man's life. Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. Okay. The Reaper's Varsity Years. I understand Lord Van Seeks is a friend of yours from your university days. Yes, that's right. He was studying law while I was studying science. What was he like back then? A good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, an all-round nice fellow, really. Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Baron Van Seeks. What was he like when he was at the university? Talk about a leading question, you know. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is a little daring of the Van Seeks family, with all his with all its great aristocratic origins. I didn't realize that he had quite such noble blood. Little darling? Oh, little darling, not daring, okay. It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaver of the Bailey, no less. Yes, that's right. I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. Really? What sort of event? I'm sorry, but I don't know anymore. I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh, yes, of course. If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Van Siegs will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. Aww. They're good friends. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was accident, you were saying? You had no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor in your work. Is that correct? As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. Yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention, so I know that I'm far from blameless in all this, but still, I would never use my discoveries, my intentions to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Science is pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that all my life. I'm afraid I don't know much about science or your theories, but I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law. It's all I know. You have to believe me, please. When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Alright, Bruno. It's time. Time to visit a great exhibition. Sorry? Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it? Yes, I suppose it's true. Time to investigate at last. Woohoo! Set 22nd October, the Great Exhibition grounds foot of the Crystal Tower. The show grounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I've felt myself swooning 3 times. There are a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times too. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. We've finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage where the explosion happened yesterday. What? What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Oh! Ginny! Right, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you, I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh yeah? Go on, Inspector. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence and you know it. Wait, I know those voices. You've got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady, but a night in cells will teach you some manners. Just try it, I dare you. If you want that big a shit rammed down your throat. Woohoo! Grexy, what are you doing up there? ladyship. I hope you're well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times a lady? I'm not well at all. It's far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour delay. Unbelievable! I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time, once I pull up some strings for you. Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Ah! The one that he made a deal with a criminal. Yeah, I remember. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be. Watch it, sunshine! Sorry. What gives then? Don't tell me you're on this case. Yes, I'm acting for the defense. So we're here to investigate. Dear me, what's a situation? That's a situation, is it? Is it really that troubling? A measly 5 bob? Is that all you got? You're a lawyer, ain't ya? You could stand to carry a bit more copper around in your pockets, Mr. Naruto. What? Hey! That's my last bit of spending money, that is. You can have it back, but I have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is a young girl was defending in court. What's your problem, eh, Otto? Diver? Pickpocket? What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of shit rammed down your throat and all, do you? I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assumed you'd been up to your usual tricks here at the showground. That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Otto. Over here a long time, people can change. I'm an apprentice now, learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. So, you have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade. What? Inspector Lestrade? Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely. The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls it out. For what it's worth anyway. Investigating is off the cards for all of us. What's that supposed to mean? Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, right? Right, sir. This raises a lot of questions. Okay, let me question her about Gina. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina in connection with a case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder. I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Ginny. Well done. So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective? You got it. Good. And it? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh? Talk about a sea change. And then there's Iris' old man to think about. Iris' father, you mean? Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out all the stops looking for him. Just a small promise, and nothing serious. Oh, Ginny, you're so sweet. So anyway, that's how I had to go with the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I? Just a small problem, nothing serious. And that's when Lily approached Grexie and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Ginny and made her a sort of apprentice. That was very magnanimous of Inspector Gibson. Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants. The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words. So, the long and the short of it is, if you've got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade. Right then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina. Ooh, what, Runa, what? Well, 6 months ago, Gina was a defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty, and yet here she is still. Come on, you're not still on about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper, or whatever it's called. Core, you don't have worry, although if I did not worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left. It's like I told you before, ain't it? The Reaper's kinda like him upstairs, so he knows what I'm like on the inside that I ain't really done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, might be scared to avoid. What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he? Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Exactly, so I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Yesterday's incident. Poor, it was out of this world, it was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine and suddenly it started billowing. Then it just went pop. Need a better experiment, yeah. Sorry? You mean you saw it, Ginny? With your own eyes? Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge here, ain't he? Or keeping everything running smoothly. The boss being Inspector Gibson, I suppose. That's going to take some getting used to. So all I have to say is that I'm on duty, and I can do whatever I want to. Get this! I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. No, you're so lucky, Gene. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too. Yeah, do it. You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Iris? You have no trouble at all. Then it's settled. When do I start? No, you can't join Scotland Yard, Iris. We'll see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunny Brain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way. It was? How can it have been? Successful experiment? Question mark? Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one called the experiment a success. It's like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a load of smoke and that whooping great band. But where did you think they found the victim's body, eh? In the crystal tower over there. What? In the tower? You can see for yourself, can't ya? Up there above the scaffold. Oh! Where all the glass is broken. Yeah, the cage what the victim got to start with. Really, did get beamed through the air over there and landed all the way over there. So, you see, it did kind of work, didn't it? What? I don't believe it. I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything possible, right? With science. Oh, I tell you what, you can have this. It's a plan of the experiment that drew up the yard. Hey, are you sure? Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off yard before, so fair's fair. Yes, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? The sketch of the experiment, okay. About the investigation. After this, then I have to go. It's been 3 streams. Oh my god. Something Inspector Gibson said before seemed a little strange. For what it's worth anyway, investigating is off the cards for all of us. Yes, naughty old Grixie ran off after that without explaining himself. Oh, right, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday. Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant. In that case, can you at least tell us what you have learned from your investigations? Yeah, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate either. Why? What did the boss call them again? The forensic investigation team. Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, eh? So in the Scotland Yard, so detectives can investigate. Yes, I've never heard something like that before. I thought I could have a gander on the quiet though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about it before from down here, didn't you? It's not really fair. I think you were giving him as much as an earful back as I remember it. Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all them chips what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Otto. Go on, if you can get through it. He's up on the platform above us, you see, where the machine that exploded is. We can try, can we, Ruby? Grixie will listen to us. Okay. I'm gonna save because I have to go. I regret this, but I really have to go. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so sorry for the internet connection problem. That cuts the stream into 3. I promised I would upload all 3 of them on my YouTube. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't forget what? Don't forget to have lunch. I want. Already ordered something. It's kaprao. Haha. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you so much. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me, even though my stream got cut into 3 parts. So yeah, thank you. I love you. Who should I be rating today? Ooh, Yu-jung is streaming. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll be seeing you later. Tonight, I think? Yeah, tonight. Thank you. Bye-bye. Kinaryoku! Over and out. Mwah!